So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this demo session for Azure infrastructure. So, I'll start with my introduction first, and then I'll start with Azure facts and secrets of Azure, and then I'll talk about the demo part of Azure. So, now Azure secrets. First, I'll talk about my introduction. My name is Kumar, and I have 14 years experience into infrastructure field. I work on mainly a Microsoft stack. It includes your Active Directory, Exchange, some System Center products. Clustering is, we have to do it for all this Exchange and other products. And Exchange is moved to the Office 65 and Azure infrastructure. So I have 14 years into this overall Microsoft stack. I'm certified on 2003, 2008, SACMS-COM, and 2012 certified, and Office 65 and Azure certified, and certified trainer as well from last 12 years. I have good experience into IT operations, solutioning, capability work, and as an IT trainer. End of the day, I'll share these slides to you. I have my personal YouTube channel and public website, LogicIT.IN. The email which I'm officially used and regular use is my Gmail ID, which I have mentioned here, and my LinkedIn profile is also there. You can see the recommendation and other things as an instructor. So end of the day, I worked on this entire stack where all Windows servers, System Center product from SACM 2007 to 2012 R2, a new version we have configuration branch, current branch. On all clients, I'm working along with your Exchange and Office 65 products, including your Azure. So this all, basic information about myself, skills, and the years of experience I have. And these are the, top 30 to 50 clients where I do this training regularly in India and outside India. A couple of Gulf clients, including National Commercial Bank, and all these Indian companies I'm doing regularly as a classroom training, as a live online trainings. So now, why we are talking about Azure so much in IT industry? So that's why I have come up with one slide called Azure Secrets. So Azure Secret is talking about why Microsoft Azure or why cloud. So you see now it's a NASDAQ report where 50% of the Fortune 500 companies are using now Azure, and an overall revenue of Azure, and even UK government officially received accreditation that we can use Microsoft Azure. So that's overall the market value of Azure. So that's what we are talking about this Azure so much. And second thing is, if we have to sustain in IT and further, we have to come up with some of the cloud skills. So somebody joined, you just send me your email ID and basic your name because it's showing anonymous joined. So now overall the report is in cloud is go up to next 10 years. If you see, it's officially increased from 2016 onwards. So till that time it's grow like anything, and further it's slow growth, further as per analysis happened recently. And all US and UK, they are going to use 50% plus share into the cloud. So that's overall all secrets about Azure. So let's talk about now demo part. So I'll take one important session as a demo, so you get to know how is the technical stuff and how we proceed further as a infrastructure course. So So first thing is, I'm going to use, when we do a full-fledged demo, so we are going to use a Hyper-V servers, Hyper-V machines, where we do a full talk about introduction to the Azure. We'll talk about networks. We'll do point-to-site, site-to-site connectivity. We'll talk about storage. We'll talk about web apps. So if you see overall the module, so I'll show you. So we'll cover almost 8 to 9 modules. You have not heard anything? Can you confirm? Yes, yes. Can you confirm? Are you getting my voice? Hello, you are getting my voice? For other people, they are getting my voice because I think you have some mic issue or what?
Hello.
Hello, you are getting my voice? They are getting my voice. You have proper mic, your mic settings are correct? Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello? Yeah. Hello? Okay. So there's some issue with the one settings. So I'm talking about in this session uh, we'll talk about introduction to the Azure, implementing and managing Azure networking, implementing virtual machines, managing virtual machine, Azure app services. We'll talk about planning and storage, SQL, PaaS services, Azure AD, Hybrid AD, and automation. So all this we'll talk about in our full Azure session. So hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening everyone. There are so many people joined this session. Welcome to everyone. The participant who joined late. So I'm going to start this once again. So welcome everyone. Let's start with the introduction. My name is Kumar. I have 14 years experience into to the infrastructure field, into AD, Exchange, System Center products, and clustering, Office 65, and Azure. I work as a solutioning field. I have good experience into IT operations, solutioning capability, and as an IT trainer. I have a specific dedicated YouTube channel to share my knowledge into new capabilities. The personal website you can visit for any kind of training and course content is LogicIT.IN. My email address is vikas20035@gmail.com, and my LinkedIn profile where you can check my recommendations and the people recommend me and other important useful information about my profile. So and so let's start with other basic information. So I work on Windows Server, System Center Stack, SCCM, SCOM, and DPM and SCCM from 2007 to current branch. And other skills I'm working on clustering, Exchange, and cloud. So, these are the list of companies where I am generally delivering training in India and outside India. It's list of all Fortune 500 clients where I am doing trainings regularly. So let's talk about why we are here. What is the benefits, secrets of Azure? So Azure is a leading cloud product which which lots of people are using. As per the Nasdaq report, 1,000 customers are sign up the Azure on daily basis. So it means 365,000 new companies are using Azure on yearly basis. So overall, Azure is giving a growth of 55% for of Fortune 500 companies. So overall revenue billion is dollar 6.3 billion. So officially, Azure is recommended by UK and US government. And why Azure is benefited for a single user as a person. So there's a huge demand in number of jobs and number of salary growth in cloud upfront. and that's what the Nasdaq report recently released, that there is a huge demand in upcoming market in terms of Azure. So that's why our recommendation is to learn Azure as quick as possible, or any other cloud stack. So that's all about myself. Now, in terms of content part, uh, so so I'm going to start with. So there are 10 modules which we are going to talk about. I'm going to use this course, and in this course we'll talk about introduction to the Azure, implementing and managing Azure networking, implementing virtual machines, managing virtual machines, implementing Azure App Service. We'll talk about storage, backup, SQL Server, PaaS Service, Azure AD, Hybrid AD, and last we'll talk about that automation part. So let's start with the demo part as a module 1. So, uh, so in this module 1 as a demo, so in this module 1 we'll talk about 3 things. What is Azure, introduction to the Azure, and how we can manage Azure as a portal, old portal, new portal, and PowerShell. So that's called the introduction part. So first of all, the benefits of cloud. Any cloud company, any cloud vendor who is providing couple of basic infrastructure facilities. So number one is 24/7 access, high availability. Anybody can access this cloud resources any point of time, and they can spin up the resources without any prior permission. Any point of time they can spin up. Broad network access 24/7 through any device, and any point of time I can increase the resources. Suppose I have a virtual machine with D1 virtual machine with 5 GB of RAM. Say example, I can increase this memory any point of time. So spin up, spin down, increase, decrease any point of time. And very important feature of cloud is major service, which is called per minute billing. And per minute billing is uh, you know whatever the use number of hours or minutes I am using, I'm going to pay only for that. That's the beauty of any cloud provider. So end of the day, there are 3 kinds of clouds technically, the purposely in terms of company point of view. One is public cloud, one is private cloud, and one is hybrid cloud. So public cloud. So if anybody is using a public cloud, or the public cloud means anyone can use the public cloud, and he spin up a tenant and subscription, and he use a public cloud like Azure or AWS. So that's anyone can use, and on basis of tenant. If some company is build their own private cloud dedicated to one customer for a single organization, we call it as private cloud. And if somebody is using mix of one tenant public, one private, and that it's called that hybrid cloud. So so end of the day now, when you spin up any services, uh, end of the day, these services technically in Azure or in cloud, we divide into 3 parts. One is software as a service, one is PaaS, platform as a service, one is infrastructure as a service. So we have to understand the big difference between software as a service, PaaS, and infrastructure as a service. Let's talk about software as a service. Very good example is Office 365. So Office 365 is having Exchange Online, SharePoint Online, Link, Skype for Business Online, where you no need to install SharePoint Online, anything. It's ready-made available to you, and you don't have any control also. So any application in IT in the world, if it's ready-made available to you as a package, and you don't need to install, and you no need to aware where the application exists on which physical machine. That's called a SaaS type of application. Very big example in world is Office 365. If so indirectly, in short, no control on software as a service. It's like a hosted type of things. In platform as a service, where you host the application, patching, everything Microsoft manage, plus you have slight control also on that platform as a service. Like in Azure, we have cloud services where you put your application, plus you get into the VM as well. You can get in RDP of VM. So that's one of the good example of PaaS services, Azure cloud services. Infrastructure as a service, which is our target now to learn in 70-533 exam. Infrastructure as a service is PaaS service. Infrastructure as a service is where you create your VM, you put it your application, you have full control, and everything is you manage as a data center. So VM is a very good example of infrastructure as a service. So now let's talk about basic understanding of Azure. So Azure, when you spin up any services, the Azure services is we called as region. So Microsoft recommend wherever your customers are there, you put it that services in that region. That's always be recommended nearest to that. Say example East US. So that's called that called region. Each data center, each region, they have more than 2 data center. So one is called data center 1 and data center 2. So data center 1 is like a primary, and data center 2 is like secondary as a replica. So in case primary is down, Microsoft gives services with the secondary one. So you no need to check when you spin up your services like you are going to use data center 1 or 2. You just select the region. For you, for a customer, it's just a region. Backend, they do it 1 and 2. So each data center, as I said, each region have more than 1 data center, minimum 2 and above. So each data center is well connected with thousands of servers, racks, cluster of racks, high-speed internet, data center connectivity, plus redundant power, storage, all the cloud functionality what Microsoft suggests, or any data center suggests, everything is using in Azure data centers. So this is overall stack of Azure, where you have virtual machine, cloud services, networking stack, where you have DNS, gateways, load balancers, virtual networks, storage, web apps, automation, scheduler, Azure backup, Azure AD, multi-factor authentication. So all these services, it's put it into Azure. So end of the day, Azure includes all 100 plus technologies what you know in infrastructure or in site. It can be a development site. So, and our focus is into infrastructure as a service, infrastructure sites. So, so if you remember my this diagram, my previous one, where I talked about infrastructure as a service, full control, PaaS, some level of control, and less work we have to do it as an admin. Software as a service, no control, and Microsoft will manage everything. So just because of this, there is some example. So one is infrastructure as a service, virtual machine. See, full control and ease of management. Ease of management means everything we have to do. Microsoft will not do for you. So it's ease of management is slightly less, means lots of work you have to do. Create a VM you have to do. Installation of IaaS, clustering, everything you have to do. Azure Cloud Services, where you have slightly less control and ease of management. Means cloud service means where you get into the VM, put it your application, VM management. When you create a cloud service, backend VM, Microsoft manage, clustering, Microsoft manage, high availability, Microsoft manage, app service, web app, like software as a service. Software as a service, no control. Only you have a database level control, that's it. But ease of management, no need to do anything. Like Office 65. SharePoint installation, no need to do. SharePoint availability, no need to do. SharePoint database management, basic controls you have. So app service is web app. So web app is like software as a service, like a hosting type of example, where you have less control but full ease of management. No need to do anything, Microsoft will manage, but less control. But in infrastructure, yes, you have full control. So that's the one example Mike is given, So there are lots of types of services available, subscriptions available in Azure. One is called pay as you go model. Suppose I'm a small customer, small company, and I can create a pay-as-you-go option per month billing, like a postpaid. I use 1 month services, I pay after that bill. Annual subscription, pay-as-you, I can do it for annual, like yearly billing. Enterprise customer, if you have a big company and you are giving a promise to Microsoft that I'm going to use 30,000 servers in going forward in this next year, so let's Microsoft do a license called Enterprise Agreement License. And Microsoft reseller means if you take Azure subscription, not pay as you go an annual subscription by individual, you talk to one of the vendor, gold partner vendor, to give the Azure services. So they give you Azure subscription on behalf of this reseller. So this on behalf of reseller means it's you are taking Azure through a reseller. What is the advantage? So enterprise customer is having big discount, generally. So I'll take example. So some discounts are available. Same discount is offered by reseller, but there's no discount on individual, pay as you go option. That's why instead of going directly, we can talk generally to resellers or gold partner to give Azure subscription. And based on the subscription, you have some level of supports from Microsoft. So now, how you manage Azure? So there are three methods, three way to manage Azure. One is old portal. So old portal name is. So let's talk about the difference. Old portal name is Classic. Old portal name is manage.windowsazure.com. Second is new portal or ARM, Azure Resource Manager. So Azure Resource Manager means new portal. New portal is portal.azure.com. And third is PowerShell. Three methods to manage Azure. So let's try to understand the classic architecture difference. So I'm going to log in with my Azure. So old portal is manage.windowsazure.com. So old portal, as I said, it's classic. So what is this classic? So classic is you have to create a cloud name that is mandatory in classic. So first difference in old portal is classic, create a cloud name. Say example Demo99 and Southeast Asia. I'm creating a storage or I'm creating a new virtual machine. Say example new virtual machine from gallery. So this classic 2012 R2 classic, I'm just show you 5 minutes, to show the architecture difference. Otherwise, it's not required, in production to use classic. So create a new name, say VM1. and existing cloud services, Southeast Asia, storage automatically created, and RDP always allow through public port and private port. That's the architecture difference which I am going to show you and spin up a VM. So what is the architecture difference? So when you create a cloud service, this is called a cloud service, which I have given a name Demo1 Demo9999 cloudapp.net. So if you see now, so cloud name is mandatory, and then when you spin up a two VMs, I have spin up only one VM right now. So this VM should be a part of cloud name. So cloud name, there's a public IP assigned, whatever the public IP. Public IP assigned. So this is the one VM which I'm creating right now. So how to connect to the VM? Suppose I'm using a laptop. So you have to hit to the cloud name, and cloud name, it redirect to this port. This is called public port. Public port is unique. Say example 767878 is a public port, and further it redirect to the local port. Local port of RDP is 3389. So what is the way to access this classic VM? So cloud name dot cloudapp.net, and the public port of a VM. Public port of VM is 7878. If I have to access my VM2, what is the way to access VM2? Again, cloud name and public port of VM2. Whatever the public port is given, I'll show you. So this public port Microsoft given you, it's a unique, and then redirect to this private port, which is 3389. And in this case, in VM2, public port for RDP is suppose 7879. So this is a way to access. Cloud name is, so very important way is cloud name is mandatory. So if you see now, my VM is going to start now. So once it's started, if I click on this endpoints, see public port. So in this case, they're given a public port 62926. And what is my cloud name? What is my cloud name? This cloud name. So if I type this cloud name colon the VM endpoints public port, I'm able to connect to the VM and redirect to the 3389. As soon as the VM is up and running, I'll do it. So this is very important difference in architecture. So what is the first difference? Classic. Cloud name is there, which is cloud999.cloudapp.net. And second difference is VM always linked with cloud name. To access, we discuss what is the way to access. Cloud name colon public port. That's a difference. In terms of new model, means ARM model. VM is the ARM model. New model means ARM model. There is no cloud name. So how to access? VM always gets public IP. So directly you get a public IP to a VM and you can access, which I'll show you. So my VM is updating. Let's try to connect. Yes, I am able to connect now. See the VM1. So let's show you in the new portal. So second difference is there is a concept of resource group. Resource group is like a container where you can put your services, VMs, storage, networks, everything, and you can give role-based permissions. So this is like a group policy, OU, in Active Directory. So resource group is a container where you can put resources like VMs, storage, whatever you want, and on top you can give role-based permission to a resource group. Who will manage this resource group? The purpose of resource group is, like, for example, production or test. So I'm click on resource group. It's a container. I have some resource group. So I'm creating one resource group. Add. So I'm saying LogicIT test east to west. So I have a LogicIT test. So I put it my test resources here. Production, I make a separate resource group. I can give a role-based permission. Mr. A will manage this resource group. So he's a Azure admin in my company. So I'll give a full access to this resource group. He can manage everything, whatever inside this. We'll talk about later on. So right now, architecture difference. So I'm going to create a new VM, new compute. So I need say 2016 VM, Windows 2016. Create a virtual machine. Give a name. VM new. This is password should be 12 characters. And existing resource group, my test. Which virtual machine? I'm doing, say, basic virtual machine, DS1 version 1. And basic, no network. And later on, I'll show you all this network, security, firewalls, not now. And I'm just going to spin up this VM. So end of the day, my target is to show you what is the architecture of this new ARM model. So the second difference is you have resource group where you put your resources. On top, you can give role-based containers. So in classic, there is no resource group. So there is no role-based access control. There is no delegation, no permission, So only subscription level permission is applicable. Subscription level permission means co-admin. So in old model, we can make only co-admin, so that he can manage everything. So manage everything, co-admin means he can manage everything, entire list of cloud, storage, everything. But in this case, we are giving a resource group. We can manage only this specific container. Inside this, whatever it is there, that person is managed, because we are giving a, not at a subscription level, because subscription have lots of resource group, production, cloud, storage. So, So we'll see this. So my VMS is still spinning. I'll show you how to log in. So this is the old model, classic. This is a new model which we are working. And now third method is PowerShell. So for PowerShell, how to manage PowerShell? So I'm going to click on Windows screen and PowerShell, Windows PowerShell. So you have to authenticate yourself. How to authenticate with PowerShell? So PowerShell. So if you want to manage classic portal, so you have to run two commands. First command is download the certificate file, and second command is to import the file. I'll show you how to download a file if it is classic portal. So get Azure tab publish file. The first command to get file, publishing file, that's called the certificate file. As soon as you get it, redirect this window into a default browser. So download a file for you. This is a file, Visual Studio. I'll copy paste, put it into the C drive. And second command is import Azure publish colon C colon Visual Studio. And then you type get Azure VM. You'll get all the VMs you manage now. So what is the command? So my Demo1 VM1, What is the second command? Import the file. How to import? Import colon C colon Visual Studio file, This is the file. This way you authenticate classic. So see, so classic. So get Azure publishing file. So if you want to manage new portal, so you have to use a command login.azure.rm account. No need to download a certificate file, nothing. So directly what you have to do, login.azure.rm account. It asks you username and password. No certificate. As soon as you close this PowerShell, this authentication will gone. You have to re-authenticate. So this is just a session-based authentication. The first one is certificate-based. Certificate-based means, till that certificate is valid, it allow you. So I'm logged in with a new portal with a command login that Azure RM account. New portal PowerShell. This is a command. And in new portal, if I say get Azure, so here I done get here I done what is called get Azure VM. Here I have to do get Azure RM VM. RM means resource manager. So get Azure RM VM. in the LogicIT test resource group, I have a VM called VM new. So if you see, the difference is new Azure VM, here RM VM. So in the new portal, everything is same, only RM is the new word. And what is RM? We discussed, it's a Azure portal, new portal, where we have a resource group, we have role-based access control, we discussed, and the architecture difference. What is the architecture difference? So what is the architecture difference? So in this new VM, no cloud name, nothing. I have a direct public IP. So copy the public IP and connect. So resource manager, which I'll show you, what is the purpose of resource manager, why we need to create. So it's a logical grouping of resources. You put the resources based on test environment, production, customer environment, all those things. So you put your resources into a resource group. One resource, always put it into one resource group only. You can move your resources. You can move your VM from one resource to another. So that's, all information, So that's the purpose of resource group. So this is all about, my introduction part. So I hope this session was informative for you. In case you have any queries and you want to join your entire full-fledged session on module 2, 3, 4 onwards, you send me email. I'll give you this recording to everyone. So thank you very much for joining this.